and welcome to Flat Planet's weekly video newsletter, The Filipino Professional. In our maiden episode, we answer the question, what in the world is a BPO? Here's our HR manager, Mary, with some inside information about the BPO industry.
Mabuhay! I am Mary Miller and welcome to the first episode of BPO Philippines 101. In this first episode, we explain what BPO is. BPO stands for Business Process Outsourcing, and it refers to the industry where one company might take a part of their operations and hire another company to run it for them. It is a huge global industry worth more than 250 billion each year. Everybody here knows what BPO stands for.
Oo naman, Business Process Outsourcing. Hello.
See? Even Ate at the Jolly Jeep knows. Economists say that for every one job in the BPO industry, there are 3 or more roles created in the rest of the economy. That's called the multiplier effect. But what jobs fall under this huge umbrella called BPO? Contrary to popular opinion, the BPO industry is much more than just contact centers and customer service agents. Today, there are just as many people working in what is called the non-voice segment. And the non-voice segment is part of the global BPO industry that is growing the fastest. The types of roles being served by the BPO industry include financial services,
bookkeeping,
accounting, and financial analysis. There is also marketing including
graphic design,
data entry,
and social media management.
In technology, there are many roles including
Technical support and help desks,
software developers,
and website and app developers.
There are also a lot of roles available in professional services like
executive assistants, engineering,
and paralegal services.
Today, even some medical care is delivered via the BPO sector. It is a big idea, but if you think about it, almost any role that can be done by a person sitting at a desk with a computer can be delivered by the BPO industry. It is limited only by our imagination. But why do companies outsource? What is the point of getting someone outside to do your work for you? Well, there are 2 reasons. The first is to save money. And the second is to get access to skills that might not be easily accessible at home. Each week from here on, I am going to talk about a particular role and detail to you both what skills are available and also what salary levels they might be. Thank you for joining us for this first episode of BPO Philippines 101.
In each episode, we'll cover another story from the BPO industry, so check back next week for more. Up next, a look back at the recently concluded CeBit Australia 2017, where Flat Planet was one of the participants. This is a first for Flat Planet, and we wanted to raise the bar by using amazing technology for our booth. The following is a quick recap of the CeBit event from last month.
This May, Flat Planet flew to Sydney in time for CeBit Australia, a top-shelf international business event with keynotes, conferences, and an exhibition featuring more than 270 great businesses, of which Flat Planet was proud to be a part of. CeBit was located in the brand new International Convention Centre in Sydney's magnificent Darling Harbour and attracted more than 15,000 visitors over its 3 days. Flat Planet's team was made up of CEO Chris, Stakeholder Engagement Lead Michelle, Client Services Manager Victoria, and Marketing and Sales Specialist Grace. Grace was also the one responsible for getting it all organized. Well done, Grace. But there were also a couple of surprise attendees. Flat Planet trialed an entirely new idea. Why not teleport in a couple of people from Manila to work on the exhibition stand via video? After all, Flat Planet is a virtual talent company, right? This meant that Ella and Cherry were able to attend CeBit virtually, and they definitely created a buzz. The crowd loved it. It was great fun and a powerful example of how easy it can be to work with virtual talent. Even though Ella and Cherry remained in Manila, they were able to make a huge contribution to CeBit, demonstrating the potential Flat Planet in the Philippines can offer to all Australian businesses. Flat Planet loved its trip to Sydney and gives a big shout out of thanks to CeBit for putting up such a great show and giving us a chance to be a part of it. Flat Planet is looking forward to next year when we can do it all again.
Great work, guys! And lastly, I'm sure you're curious why we're called Flat Planet. Here's our CEO, Chris Moriarty, on how the company name came to be.
Look, it's based on obviously Thomas Friedman's book, The World is Flat. That was obviously one of the books that I was reading at the time I was thinking about starting the business. But also another guy, not a relation, but George Friedman, also wrote a book called The Next 100 Years, which was about the potential for some sort of talent shortage, down the track as the baby boomers move on and the population growth rate slows down. So obviously the whole idea of Flat Planet is about a world where there's more of a level playing field, where people can compete, where businesses can compete, where talent can compete without, many of the sort of, restrictions and barriers that just stop play from being done in a fair and even way.
From everyone here at the Filipino Professional and Flat Planet, we hope you enjoyed our first episode. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on social media for more. See you again next week.